What's up, comic book fans? My name is Bruce Moreau and welcome back to the channel. And on this week's episode, we'll be reviewing the books that I picked up on May 8th, 2019. And those books are Ascender number 1, Captain America number 10, X-Force number 7, Detective Comics 1003, Batman and the Outsiders number 1, The Batman Who Laughs number 5, The Flash 70, Naomi number 4, and Shazam number 5. Alright, up first we have Ascender number 1. This is written by Jeff Lemire and art by Dustin Nigent. This is my only indie book of the week, and I have to admit that the only reason why I picked this up because when I was walking by my comic book store, which is Midtown Comics in Manhattan, I guess I can call myself kind of lucky for having that be in my comic book store because being in the city, they get a lot of artists and writers into the shop to sign books, and so I saw that they were selling this at cover price and it was signed by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nigent. I was like, well, gotta pick that up. Ascender number 1, written by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nigent. Excellent story. This is their sequel to their Descender series, which sadly I did not read. I just put it on my pickup or to read list because this book was awesome. It's like the space odyssey type story dealing with, but it also has like magic, and so it's like this crazy story with aliens and witches and trolls and dragons, and so I'm definitely into this because that's like hitting all the check marks of things I love. So great story, beautiful. Dustin Nigent's artwork is so beautiful. It's definitely a really fun read. I definitely recommend you guys go out there and pick that up if you haven't already. And yeah, it's the number 1 issue, so it's definitely a good jumping in point. Alright, next up we have Captain America number 10. This is written by Ta-Nehisi Coates and art by Adam Kubert. Really fun read. I've really been enjoying this whole run by Ta-Nehisi Coates on Captain America. Like I said in my last review, it's definitely like a James Bondy spy type story with Captain America, so it just makes it really fun. The last issue dealt a lot with Sharon Carter, Cap's girlfriend, and how she's trying to free Cap from jail, and this kind of dealt more of what's happening with Cap inside of the jail. So, really fun read. There's a little more violence in it than normal because Cap was fighting in prison, and yeah, it was a really fun read. I'm really enjoying this. The artwork is so-so. It's not my favorite art, but the writing is so good that I don't think the art needs to help pick up any slack that the writing was doing. So yeah, solid read. I would definitely suggest you guys pick this up. Oh, is it a good jumping in point? It's the 10th issue. You probably want to wait for a trade. All right, next up we have X-Force number 7. This is written by Ed Brisson and art by Dylan Burnett. Really like this book. I also realized that this is the only X-Men book that I'm reading, which is pretty weird because I'm normally reading 2 or 3 because normally there's 5 or 6 X-Men books going on at once. But yeah, this was a really fun read. We're actually jumping back into the current time and we get caught up on what's happening with the X-Force group. We also get caught up with what's happening with I'm brain farting. Cable. And yeah, it was really fun because some Strife is doing some twisted things to Cable. So it's pretty cool. Really enjoyed the book. I would definitely suggest picking up X-Force. Only 7 issues in. If you want to wait a few more, you can probably pick up this whole run and trade. But it's definitely a really fun book. Alright, next up we have Detective Comics 1001. This is written by Peter J. Tasami and art by Brad Walker and Andrew Hennessy. So I've read or reviewed the last 2 issues of this book, and I gotta say, this was definitely better than the last 2 issues because I think it dealt a lot more with Batman and Robin, and there was like a lot of banter back and forth between them, so that was really fun. And again, like I said in my last review, I love Damian Wayne. He's such a great character, and it dealt a lot with him, and he's such a little badass. We find out who Arkham Knight in this. It's revealed that she's a woman, and at the very end of the book we actually get revealed her name, which gives us obviously a lot more information. But overall, solid read. Definitely picking up in the storyline. It's getting me a lot more engaged, so I would suggest picking it up, and the artwork was really nice. So it's 1003. We're only 3 issues in. Easy to get caught up. So yeah, I would definitely pick this book up. Next up, we have Batman in the Outsiders #1. This is written by Brian Hill and art by Dexter Soy. I'm a big Outsiders fan. I have been ever since like my first Outsiders series I read was written by John Winnick and I think it was like a run from 2003 to 2007. And there's been other iterations since then, but that was my most favorite run. But it's always about with characters that, you know, either are willing to overstep the line, or they're just like, you know, they're not the main Batman team. They're like, you know, characters that aren't, you know, Nightwing, Robin. They're more like the misfits. And I always liked the misfits. Like, who doesn't like a good misfit crew? So in this, we got Katana, Orphan, Black Lightning, and Signal. Batman, he's not part of the team, but he's like, you know, obviously in the book, so it's called Batman and the Outsiders. But solid team. I love Orphan. Signal's a new character, Duke Thomas. He's pretty cool. Like Black Lightning. Katana's always fun. So yeah, so far in this book, it was a solid start. It's more like, you know, them introducing us to the team, figuring out what the dynamic with the team is, and then also, you know, getting us into the first story arc, which was really good. Definitely at the very end felt like a very Marvel moment. It seemed like there was definitely a Hope Summers and Cable moment with two new DC characters. I don't know if it's like a direct lift or an homage or whatever, but it was like definitely so close to those two characters. It was pretty funny. But yeah, definitely a good book. It's a #1. I'm going to read all the Batman stuff, like I always say. So this was solid. Really enjoyed it. I've definitely, since this first issue, pick it up. All right, next up we have The Batman Who Laughs #5. This is written by Scott Snyder and art by Jock. Scott Snyder, man, you are doing such an amazing job with this and Justice League. What you did with Batman before that and Swamp Thing before that. I love what you do, man. Keep doing it. Keep crushing it. Stay with DC. You are making me just, I don't know, love everything about the DC universe, because I think you're influencing so many other writers and so many other books. It's just, keep it up, my friend. With that said, this book is awesome. Really fun read. I love the use of all the characters that he is, like the Grim Knight, James Gordon, which is Jim Gordon's son, who's like this twisted, maniacal character who is slightly on the redemption arc, but I think they're going to twist him around. We'll see. Yeah, and the Batman Who Laughs, man, he is such an amazing, twisted character. It's so good. And the art by Jock. I'll show some images like I always do throughout the review, and it is just his artistry on the Batman Who Laughs is crushes him, my friend. Yeah, if you can't tell, love this book. Definitely pick it up. It's the 5th issue. There's 2 more issues. They actually just extended this run to 7 issues. So if you want to wait to trade, I think you just gotta wait 2 more months. You can probably pick it up in like 3 months or so, but definitely a must read. All right, next up we have The Flash #70. So my last time I reviewed The Flash, I think it was like Flash 68, and I picked it up only because of the cover. That was this beautiful variant by Mitch Gerard, and I sadly did not really enjoy the book very much. I'm a big Flash fan. I have been for a very, very long time, but over the last, I'd say, year or so, it hasn't really grabbed me and kept me engaged, so I keep on dropping it and then picking it back up and dropping it and picking it back up. So this was a start of a new arc, which is The Flash Year 1. DC's done a really good job of telling like the rebirth, or not rebirth, the origins of their characters. They did that with Batman, I think they did that with Superman, and now they're doing it with The Flash, and they do a really good job with it, and they make the stories engaging, and they bring you back, they make you fall in love with the character again. And this issue, the story arc is going to try to do that. I thought it was a little scattered, the writing throughout the book, but you know, the writer is trying to set up a lot. Oh, sorry. This was written by Joshua Williams and art by Howard Porter. And Joshua was definitely trying to set up a lot of things. He did a lot of cool things. There's this one scene where The Flash is burning through all of his shoes as he's like learning to run super fast, and he ends up making a pair of shoes out of weighing tech. It was like a fireman's jacket, so it's fireproof, so it doesn't start on fire, which I thought that was really funny and really cool. And the art by Howard Porter is perfect for this series. It's beautiful. His panel work was really well done. Yeah, definitely a fun read. I'm definitely going to continue picking this up and see where it goes. So this is the start with fresh arc. So yeah, this is definitely a great jumping in point. All right, this is Naomi number 4. This is written by Brian Michael Bendis and David F. Walker, and art by Jamal Campbell. This has been such a good book. I always love new characters, especially teen characters, because they deal with like a lot of emotional stuff. When you're a teen, there's so much teen angst and just teen problems, and for some reason, as a 38-year-old, I can relate to that, and I just love this book. It's well written. The characters are all new and they're all engaging. They're all really well developed, even though it's only through 4 issues. And yeah, I love this book. I can't say enough. And the artwork is so gorgeous. Jamal Campbell's art and the colors is just crushes it. Does such a good job. I would highly recommend you guys go pick up this book. It's only 4 issues in, and they've been doing a lot of reprints because this book is so popular, so you should be able to find all 4 issues in your comic book store. Or I believe this is only going to issue 6, and then they're going to start another arc with another first issue, so this will be out in trade very shortly if you guys want to wait for trade. All right, last up we have Shazam number 5. Sadly, I'm still not loving this book. The last time I reviewed issue 4 and issue 3, issue 2, I don't know. I'm having a hard time enjoying this story right now. I love Shazam. They brought Black Adam into this. They teased him at the end of last issue, and he had like 5 or 6 pages that he was in this, and those pages were fun. They brought back Dr. Shiva at the very end, which I'm excited to see what happens with that. But what's happening with the main characters, the main Marvel family, it's just, I don't know. I don't know if it's the writing, or if it's the artwork, or both. I think it's probably just both. It's not doing it for me. I can't recommend that you guys go pick up this book. It is, if you're a young reader, definitely pick up this book. Or if you have someone in their early teens, this I think it would be a really good book for them, especially if they went and saw the movie and they're interested in seeing or reading a Shazam book. I think this would be a great read for them. But as a 38-year-old guy, yeah, this is not doing it for me. I'm gonna finish out their arc. It is Jeff Johns, so I'm gonna give it a chance to the end. To the end of this first arc. I'm with you, Jeff. I'm sticking with you. But yeah, I don't know. I can't recommend that you guys go pick it up. But yeah, that is it for this week. This video should be out tomorrow, which is May 10th, Friday. This is gonna be so early for me. I'm super pumped to get this out way before I normally do. And yeah, so before I go, I do want to ask you guys, what are you guys reading? I would love to know what you guys are reading. And if you guys aren't reading anything, are the books that you are interested in finding out what I have to say about those books? Because if you do, leave a comment down below. I will do my best to pick up those books and let you guys know what I think. Also, I have an idea for a news segment. Since I recorded this so early, I'm gonna have Monday to record. So I'm thinking of doing a little news segment, wrapping up the news from this week, which would be May 6th through the 10th, and then yeah, giving you guys a good news episode. I think that'd be pretty fun. Let me know what you guys think down below. And as always, make sure you guys smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, so that way you guys will know when I'm uploading new videos. Alright guys, thanks so much for stopping by. Peace.